Hello and welcome. My name's Amina Evans and I'm the Head of Early Years here at Heartland International School. Our staff are so thrilled that you're going to join us today on our virtual learning tour of our early years environment. You'll have a look at some of these areas that our staff feel have been really important in the development of the children, especially during these difficult times post-COVID. So sit back and relax and enjoy the tour.
Hello, my name is Charlotte Jones. I'm an FS2 teacher here at Heartland and I'm also phonics lead. And welcome to my classroom. So here we have our writing display, which really celebrates all of the writing that we've been doing around the classroom. And we also like to do a name writing and a self-portrait. And these we add to throughout the year, so we keep them up and we put the most recent at the front. So if anyone came along and they wanted to have a look at the progress, they'd be able to look behind and see the old name from September, December, and see the newer one on top. So we repeat this every half term so we can see progress in writing names and self-portraits. Each child has their own little block, and then we also have celebrations of all different genres that we've been writing about. So if we take a closer look at one of these, we have a child's name and self-portrait in September, and as you can see here, very early mark making, not really any awareness of letters, and this was the child's self-portrait of himself. And then if we fast forward to November, you can see the progress here with letters, and then with the self-portrait we've actually got bodies, heads and legs. So we will repeat this again in February and again April, June, and it will give us a really good, nice overview of the child's writing, mark making progress. Okay, so this is our writing area, and we wanted to create a space specifically for writing where children feel they can get anything out that they want and really increase their independence in writing. So we've got all different styles of paper and card. We've got all different types of writing utensils here, and we wanted the children to understand about different genres. So we've talked a lot about invitations, postcards, letters, cards, lists, recipes, lots and lots of different genres that they can do. And then whatever they produce in here, we celebrate really well, bring up their confidence in writing, and then we display it on this area. And the children are really proud to have their work up here as well. We have the sound mats out for supporting independence in the diagraphs and the sounds, and then we also have a tricky word box where the children know that if they're stuck with a tricky word, they can come and find it and they can use it to aid them write the tricky word there. We also have a busy box where the children can get out all different writing frames, anything that might support them to produce some amazing stuff, and we're really proud of our writing in FS2 and the children really enjoy it.
Hi everybody, my name is Maureen Cashman. I am FS1 lead here at Heartland International School, and today I've chosen to show you my literacy area or my mark making area in my classroom. I'm not sure about you and your setup in your FS classrooms due to restrictions for COVID, but we have our classes divided and there's two bubbles, and what I found is that we have a lot of resources, extra resources in our classroom because we have basically set up two classrooms instead of one. And I wanted to create as much space as possible in my classroom, and I guess as much tabletop space. And this was a new project of mine that I decided to create. So I had an idea in my head, and then of course you just Google writing areas and ideas. And I remember sending a picture to Amina Evans, our head of foundation stage, and I said, can I do this? And she just messaged back and said yes. So we have a wonderful carpenter in our school who created this really nice mark making area for me. And what I love about it is that it's very clear for the children, and it's very easily accessible. So we've created different boxes where I can put in different resources into each of the boxes. So you can see clearly here it's labelled. And there's lots of different activities for the children to explore. each year I think you find that your FS classrooms have an interest in different things, and this year my children are really interested in mark making and cutting and painting. So I have some writing activities, paper, colouring and cutting. They're really into colouring and they request lots of different colouring sheets, so I just put a bank of resources in here that they can use throughout the day. There are markers, little clipboards if they want to move around to different areas and bring mark making into the construction area or the kitchen area. Really nice whiteboard for the ground, which is really good for the children for their gross motor development, so they can actually lie on their tummies and they can mark make here. And we have our blackboard or our whiteboard on the other side, just creating different opportunities for the children to mark make. And I think over here, this is one of the favorites for the children. It's just some sand and they use paintbrushes to create different patterns, and under here I have different patterns that they can copy and trace. So I hope you like my mark making or my literacy station as much as I do.
Hi, I'm Laura Etherington. I am the FS2 leader at Heartland International School and also an FS2 teacher. This is my classroom, so welcome. I also lead on maths across foundation stage, so today I'm just going to show you our environment for maths, what it looks like in an FS2 classroom. So as you can see, there's lots of different areas in the classroom that children can explore maths. We have maths in all areas across the classroom, but my children really love exploring number and shape, so we have a specific area for the children to access this. This also helps when we're doing our focus adult tasks. So as you can see in the environment, there's stories. We do a lot of maths through stories, so following children's interest with books and seeing what we can use in the stories to help the children with maths, with counting, spotting shapes, and really putting that into context. So we also always have some books in the environment in the maths area for the children to explore. So for example, our number of the week this week is the number 10. So my maths area is set up to explore the number 10. So we've got books which show the number 10, we've got 10 frames, different resources. We really like to use natural resources at Heartland, so natural resources to count, a variety of different ones that the children can explore. And we've got 10 frames, we've got Numicon, number blocks, and also this is like a self-selective maths area, so the children can choose different resources. So there's number songs that the children have got props and 10 frames to pull out, and they can sing the number rhymes that we've been learning in class to apply that knowledge during the child independent play. Maya, do you like maths?
Yeah.
Why do you like maths?
Because it's so cool.
Because it's so cool, fantastic. And what do you like doing in maths?
Counting.
You like to count. What do you use to count in school?
Shells.
You like to use shells to count. And what's this, Maya? A 5 frame. Can you show me what happens when we have 5 on a 5 frame? Wow. What's happened, Maya? It's 5. How do you know it's 5? Because it's full. Fantastic, good girl. Lucas, can you tell me what our number of the day is today?
10.
Can you show me 10? Wow, who's that?
Number block 10.
Number block 10. Can you find another way to make 10 from our number blocks? How else could we make 10?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Good. How could we make 10 from 9? Which number block do I need to add to make 10?
Number.
Good. Can you put it on? Fantastic. Can you tell me your number sentence? 9.
1 equals 10.
Fantastic. One of the things that we love to celebrate at Heartland is the children's learning journey, their process of learning. So for maths across the whole of foundation stage, when you walk into a classroom, you will see a maths display, and they all look different, and the teachers all have their own quirks and the way that they set it out, but basically it's a week by week guide of the maths journey in foundation stage in that class. So as you can see, mine's labelled for the half term, and week by week we update it with children's work, the learning that we've done. We have the key vocabulary, the learning objectives, so that anybody that comes in can see the progress that happens throughout the term and what the children have been learning. The children love to see their pictures on the wall, and it's a really good way for the children to reflect on what they've been learning. So for example, once the work's up there, I then might ask a child, what were you doing here? What did we learn? The children can then reflect on their learning. So we have child voice on the display, we have key questions, and the pictures usually show a journey. So how we started at the start of the week, where we introduced the number. So for example, last week it was exploring the numbers 9 and 10. So it started off with building the numbers, finding the numbers in different ways, and finally going on to beginning to explore number bonds to 10. So it just shows the journey that the children have taken over the week. And then at the end of the term, we put all of the work into a book that then goes into our book corner that the children can explore in their independent play to just reflect on the learning that they've done in the prior term. We also share it with parents, so parents can see what we've been learning. So that's our maths board. Obviously it's only half filled because we're halfway through the term, but it's just really a journey of maths throughout the term, and we find that really beneficial and really helpful for the children, and also for other adults coming into the room to see the maths that takes place in foundation stage. So as part of our learning for maths in foundation stage at Heartland, we use the White Rose scheme just to support us with our planning, and it has some really good ideas for the environment and how to enhance maths within the environment. One of the things we're so lucky for is to have an outdoor environment outside every foundation classroom. So we try and really enhance the maths in this area. So this is part of my maths area outdoors. We really try and focus on shape, space and measure outside, because I think outdoors has so many opportunities for that. We do a lot of number in the classroom, and then shape, space and measure is within our whole environment as well. So for example, we've been doing some work on ordering by size. We've got different resources with size. We've got opportunities for the children to explore weight and time and measure. Over here we've got the dinosaur bones and measuring the dinosaur bones, which children just love. They're really interested in dinosaurs, particularly my class this year. So we've got different measures, ways to measure, and then we just have other things to enhance the area. Obviously in the water we've got capacity, and I just find the outdoor space amazing to really support the learning in maths.
Hi, and welcome to my classroom. I'm thrilled to have you here today to have a look around and see what goes on in this environment. This is our birthday documentation, where the child who's celebrating his birthday gets to choose another child or two children to be on the committee, we call the birthday committee, and they receive a blank canvas, and children need to brainstorm and collaborate together on what they would like to paint. So the colors that they'll need, the thickness of the paint brushes, the strokes that they'll be using, and then at the end of the day, the child who's celebrating his birthday will showcase it to the other children while we put it up on our birthday display board. This table here is easy accessible for many children to explore. There's a big use of natural resources. So there are shells, there's tactile numbers, and so the children can be exploring using numbers in different ways, and lots of collaboration and communication is taking place at this particular table. Okay, this is a writing table where children can explore mark making, They're encouraged to make different lines. They are also have the opportunity to place the markers in the right order. So it shows respect for the environment and in a neat, beautiful display. And children take pride in cleaning up and making sure that everything is placed in the right order. The overhead projector is another fabulous tool that I love to use in the classroom. Children collaborate here, they exchange ideas, they explore with shadows and size. They can lift the light up and down and wonder what happens when that occurs. It is a wonderful tool for PSED, for maths, communication, and language, and it's just a wonderful experience for children who seem to be drawn to the light. So this is an area where children can explore making different numbers. Again, it's lots of resources, so it's giving them a variety of choice of what they'd like to explore with. There's a number book, so lots of opportunities for mark making. Again, there's lots of collaboration here, lots of opportunities to build relationships, collaborate, exploring through play, and offering open-ended experiences for the children. Thank you for visiting my class, and I do hope you enjoyed the tour. If I can just leave you off on a quote from Loris Malaguzzi: "What children learn does not follow as an automatic result from what is taught. Rather, it is a large part due to the children's own doing as a consequence of their activities and our resources." Thank you again, and bye for now.